Good morning, learner. How are you? I'm Teacher Ruth, your guide for this lesson. Today, we are going to learn the different family resources and needs. You may now bring out your module, pen and paper, so we can start with our lesson. As we go through the module, you will be answering questions which will be written on a separate sheet of paper. There will be exercises that will be checked immediately, and there are answers that will not be checked because I am going to check them when you pass your module. But before we proceed, let us see how much you know about the lesson. Open your module on page 1 and try to answer the questions. I will give you 5 minutes to do the activity.
For letter A, draw a star if it is a human resource, heart if it is a material resource, and square if it is a non-material resource. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1, water. Number 2, time. Number 3, skills. Number 4, furniture. Number 5, intelligence. For letter B, draw a happy face if it is a basic need of a family and sad face if it is not. Number 1, house. Number 2, food. Number 3, cellular phone. Number 4, clothes. Number 5, car.
You may start now.
Let's check your answers. You count your correct answers. How many correct answers did you get? If you got a score of 6 or more, very good. But you still need to finish the module. If you got a score of 5 or less, don't worry, I will guide you in this lesson. Under what's in, you write N if the picture is a need and W if it is one. Do this for 10 seconds. You may start now. Let's check your answers. Number 1, W. Number 2, N. Number 3, W. Number 4, W. Number 5, N. Write your score on your answer sheet.
Open now your module on page 3 and read the selections under what's new for 5 minutes. Answer the questions that follow. Write your answer on your answer sheet. As I've said earlier, I will check your answers when you pass your module.
Here's the first selection. Beatrice is the only child of Soriano family. Her parents came from wealthy families and own a company. Her parents can provide her needs, can afford to send her in a prestigious school, buy expensive gadgets, trended dresses, signatured bags, jewelries, and shoes. She can have what she wants for. The second selection, Joey and Roland are enrolled in a private school. Their mother is a registered nurse who is currently employed in Dubai. She is a solo parent and works hard to provide her children a good education. the children live with their grandmother.
And here's the third selection. John Emmanuel is the eldest of the 8 siblings. His father, Mang Jose, works in a tailoring shop and earns a minimum wage daily. His mother, Aling Beauty, is employed in a private hospital as a regular cook. Their family can only afford their basic needs. He and his other siblings go to a public school and help in the household chores after school. You compare the 3 families described in the selection by answering the following questions. Which family earns the most income? The least? How did the family spend their income? Which family has the most number of members? The least. Does it affect the family's management of resources? Why or why not? Which family practically spent most of their expenses? Why do you say so?
You may start now.
What is family? Family is the basic unit of a community. It is an essential part of the community, and for it to function properly, it must be in a good state. The family is the first school of our life, and we learn manners and customs from it. A family resource is important to meet specific needs and wants in order to survive. What is resources? What are the different types of resources? How do they differ from one another? Resources can be defined as anything we use to achieve what we want and need. It is classified into 3, namely human, material, and non-material resources. Human resources includes capabilities, intelligence, and skills, strength or energy. Every person has his, her unique ability and intelligence in a way that improves not only himself or herself, but also others. It is important to identify the talents and skills that each person has and utilize them for the common good. The strength of a person does not only mean having good health and strong body. It also means having emotional stability, mental alertness, having reasonable commitment and positive outlook in life, especially in work that improves self and society. Strength is also needed to accomplish tasks on time in order to play, entertain, and relax with the family afterwards. For material resources, these are resources found in nature that can be used for practical human purposes that are considered to have value. Material resources include wood from trees, edible plants that can be used as food, sand to make glass, metals extracted out of rocks, and chemicals from plants that can be turned into plastics. Tangible assets such as house and lot, furniture and appliances, jewelries, automobiles, and cash are referred to as the family's material resources. When we say tangible, means touchable. It is concrete, so it can be easily seen. Non-material resources are intangible resources such as health, experiences, and time. Intangible means cannot be touched. It is not concrete, so we cannot see them. Without non-material resources, family members will be unable to perform their duties and responsibilities at home, in school, and at work. Aside from resources, we also have family basic needs. First, we have food. It is the most important need of everybody. We need energy to move around and live life. This energy comes from food. If there's no food, survival of human being is impossible. Next basic need of a family is shelter. We need a house to live in and gives us protection from the heat of the sun, storm, wind, and others. For a person to live daily life and add value to his community, he must have access to basic amenities that a house provides, like kitchen, toilet, bathroom, and others. The third basic need is clothing. Clothing is made up of fabric and covers our bodies, keeps it warm, and protects it from the ultraviolet rays of the sun, insect bites, thorns, and other hazards. The fourth basic need is education. Education is essential to the growth of any family. The family must create favorable and flexible environment for growth and development. A child's education starts at home. Parents are their first teachers and they have a key role in shaping up their character. A child's learning scale is highly related to how they are treated at home. So, education must be high on the priority list of any family. And the last but not the least is social needs. Every individual needs love, acceptance, and belongingness, which can be obtained from family, friends, romantic attachments, social groups, churches, and religious organizations. To summarize, the family resources are human resources that includes capabilities, intelligence, skills, strength, or energy. Material resources are tangible assets such as house and lot, furniture and appliances, jewelries, automobiles, and cash. Non-material resources are intangible assets such as health, experiences, and time. For family basic needs, first we have food that makes human survival possible. It is the source of energy that enables us to move and live life. Second is shelter that provides us protection from the heat of the sun, storm, wind, or any danger. Third is clothing, which is a fabric that covers our bodies, keeps it warm, protects it from the ultraviolet rays of the sun, insect bites, thorns, and other hazards. Fourth is education. A child's education starts at home. Parents are their first teachers. A child's learning scale is highly related to how they are treated at home. And we have the fifth, social needs. Every individual needs love, acceptance, and belongingness, which can be obtained from family, friends, romantic attachments, social groups, churches, and religious organizations. For your practice, do the activity under what's more. For letter A, identify the pictures. Write HR if it belongs to human resources, MR if material resources, and NR if non-material resources. For letter B, identify the types of resources listed below. Write each R for human resources, MR for material resources, and NR for non-material resources. Number 1, talents and skills. Number 2, sand used to make glasses. 3, experiences. 4, mental alertness. And 5, health. For letter C, identify the basic needs of a family. Choose the correct answer from the box below.
You may start now. Let's check your answers. Put a check mark if your answer is correct and an X if it is not. Count your scores and write it again on your answer sheet. How many correct answers did you get? For what I have learned, you answer the following questions. What are the family resources? How should we manage these resources? When do we say that these resources are well managed? What are the family's basic needs? What should we do with the resources so we can acquire the basic needs? Which is your priority? Need or want? Why? Since resources are essential in acquiring basic needs, what should we do to have it always available?
You may start now.
Under what I can do, you do the following exercises. Letter A, you study the table below. Put a check mark on the proper column for each word that corresponds to its correct answer. For letter B, identify the basic needs of a family.
You may start now.
Let's check your answers. Count your scores and write it again on your answer sheet. How many correct answers did you get? Let's see how much you have learned. Do the assessment part of your module. Letter A, you identify what the following statement is referring to. Select the letter of the correct answer inside the box below. Letter B, identify the basic needs of a family by matching column A with column B. Write the letter of your correct answer on your answer sheet.
You may start now.
Now, let's check your answers. Put a check mark
if your answer is correct and an X if it is not.
Since you already know what resources and needs are, do the additional activity on page 10 of your module. Insert in your module your output in this activity. I will check this part when you submit your module. That's all for today. Thank you. See you again on